Hey guys, yeah, so Billy went home. Yeah, so apparently I'm like a lot shorter than I was a year and a half ago. I don't even know why I'm recording this. I can't see it. They apparently could, yeah. So we're gonna pick up next week, for sure. We're gonna pick up next week with Billy. Not in London. They're actually staying in Germany with somebody they met over the summer.
Oh my god.
Can we get a round of applause? Billy is in the country.
I'm walking in the country. I'm in the bedroom.
Billy has landed at LAX, which is where we're recording this. I'm at home. Billy's at the LAX terminal currently.
No, I'm in your home. I'm
is
in our home.
Billy is on the bed currently.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that? We're not even recording in the office.
No.
Because you can't get us out of bed, dude. We are just fucking strapped to this thing, and I do mean strapped.
In
down,
every sense.
tied, down.
Strapped down, strapped up.
Strapped on.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's what I was getting at.
No, Billy has allergies, and we tried recording in the office, but it was a little too throat itchy for them.
It was simply too dusty in there.
So we're doing this instead. I was like, give me 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 5 minutes and I can set up a podcast space. Mm-hmm. In fact, I'm going to include a picture of just like the bed right now for the YouTube channel. And we're just like sitting here holding our SM7B just so you won't get an itchy throat.
It's very cute.
I like it. I would like to podcast like this normally.
I said it before and I'll say it again. You will do anything to avoid cleaning your office.
I cleaned the whole fucking house. And
Apart
I don't
from the office.
I cleaned the office as well. I just didn't vacuum the office. So hopefully this sounds good, even though we're recording it in a. But look, we got everything set up here. We've got a soundboard. That's recorded. Hopefully all this works, by the way, or I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing. Yeah. But we're recording into just a Zoom recorder on the bed.
Yeah, we're computerless, internetless.
We've even got something to play the theme song.
Oh my god, there it is.
But I do still have to match this later, so I. Hey. What's up?
Fancy seeing you here.
I didn't know you hung out on this pillow. How long you been hanging out on this pillow?
About a week.
About a week now.
About a week.
About now.
About 1 week exactly. Yeah.
Listen to this.
Mm-hmm. Woo!
It's me touching your leg.
Touching.
That is me grasping your thigh.
Oh my god.
That is me
grabbing my arm.
That's me stealing your wallet live on the show. Billy.
Hi.
Blossom. Welcome back to All the Space in Between in person.
Thank you.
Hey,
thank you.
Back in the country, USA.
No.
It's the best nation in the world.
You're making me want to leave.
It's the best country.
So pipe down.
Why were you so fond of coming here then?
You.
Yeah. Why?
Good question.
I sit and stand like this. How come? Explain it to me. Explain it to the listeners without going.
Baby.
So you have access to the soundboard now, but you're not really touching it.
Well, no.
So you swivel this around, and then you just guess on a number 87.
Well,
that's cool.
Here's the thing. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
That I'll do it wrong.
You will do it wrong.
Yeah.
Because you're going to pick a wrong one.
A wrong one.
So lean forward there. Just move this around. Random number. If you go too low, it's just going to be beat stuff. It's just going to be like a kick drum or something. So 61. Wow. Okay, that's enough. You don't touch it anymore.
Okay, I did it wrong.
Okay, you didn't do it right. You didn't do it correctly. This I landed on the same one you just. I picked a random one. It was the same.
That's why we're in love.
That's so interesting to me, and I'm sure will translate well on the show. Welcome to All the Space in Between. My name is Mitch.
My name is Billy. Hello.
We'll explain the show.
What? Oh,
so out of practice.
Sorry,
hey,
I forgot.
When was the last time we had an episode in person?
I don't know.
You know what I specifically asked as we were having lunch? Is that you figure that out before we press record?
Did you ask me to figure it out?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening properly.
I was making lunch. And I asked you to do something.
I thought
asked you to do one thing is you were sitting there on Discord on your phone. Sitting on the
I
stool.
thought you just said that we should figure it out. I didn't realize that you meant I should figure it out.
I didn't mean collective we. That's like me saying like, hey, we should have lunch, and then I go make lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were like, we should figure it out, and then you'd figure it out.
No, it just like the whole lunch shit
I
from
completely
earlier.
forgot. Yeah, I forgot. I'm so sorry.
I know you were here for episode 69 and not much after that.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So you're here episode 69 and not much after that. And then we just went on. There's about 50 episodes a year of a podcast that's weekly.
Yeah.
And
so I must have been away for around 70.
Wow.
Yeah, 75, something like that.
We've recorded many more episodes with you gone than with you here.
Yeah, that's fucking
Isn't
weird,
that,
huh?
That's nuts.
That's insane.
This feels wrong.
Yeah.
You're touching
Let's
my
stop.
leg. Yeah, I was going to say, please don't. Let go of me. Because this doesn't feel like it should, like it ought to.
Yeah.
But just to get back into the swing of things, we can loosen up a little bit.
Okay.
Get a soundboard every so often.
Ooh.
And
that's how it feels whenever one of us touches the other one.
it really does. The first, as you stepped out of that Uber that cost me $300, I saw that just as you got out.
Yeah.
The Uber cost me $300.
Can we talk about the fact that the Uber cost $300?
The last time you got here, the last time you were here, the trip to LAX, it's...
Well, every other time I've got the cab, because I get it quite often. Because a lot of the time I land at a time when I can't get trains. I'm like, okay, get an Uber.
And it cost us, it's still a lot. It's about $120 usually.
Yeah.
Because we got in the trip a whole lot. I was like, let's just do that again. It's fine. You have these 3 giant luggage bags with you.
Yeah.
To call them suitcases, they're not suitcases.
Suitcases implies you can
lift
carry
them
them
with one hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a bad back right now, and I'm pretty sure that's why. I had to help you lug those things inside.
Yeah.
And then upstairs.
Yeah.
And then up more stairs.
It's literally all of the clothes that I own. All of them.
It's too many.
Yeah.
How can clothing be heavy?
It's just too much of it.
A lot. And this thing's like as tall as you, and you have 3 of them.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get a train.
No.
You had to get an Uber. We're like, okay, we'll just look for an Uber. It's $300.
It's $300 fucking dollars.
That has to be a glitch. That's more than twice, almost 3
Yeah.
times the amount that we paid before. Okay, let's just look around. Lyft, yeah, it's like $320, $330.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give it a minute. I'll see if it goes down. $350. Fuck, it's going up.
We got. Oh, do it now, quick!
Shit.
I'm sorry, I wasn't grateful for $300. Please. So you're like, I'm so sorry, but this is what we have to do. And I'm like, well, then it's what we have to just get over here.
Yeah.
Get here now. Waited a year and a half for this.
Yeah.
So you got here, and I still have this funny screenshot on my phone that I'll put right here for the YouTube channel, and it just says, I hope there's no... Is there sensitive info in the screenshot? No, I don't think so, right?
No.
Okay, because then I couldn't put it. But it says something along the lines of hey, Billy's been dropped off.
Yeah, it says Billy just finished their trip.
Yeah, there you go. And then right above that, it's from Uber, and it's them taking $300 out of my out of my PayPal.
Yeah.
It looks like they went and fucking picked you up in London. Why?
They drove me
Why
here.
was it not that far?
They drove me here from London.
But you're here.
I am finally here after such a long time, and then a long fucking journey. Yeah, my journey's
gosh.
What, it's like a 17-hour journey.
Total, yeah. The flight's 12 hours, right?
Ish. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where else. What else? How long does it get to get LA? I don't care. Yeah, 17 hours, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's just say it took a year and a half
to get here.
Let's just say that.
Logistically and legally, yes.
But you're back. I can't get over it. It's only been a week. We skipped a podcast episode last week.
Yeah, because I landed
on Sunday.
On Sunday, which was also Halloween.
No,
it was just I'm not. We shan't. I
We're
can't.
You're not going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We joked about us doing a podcast on that day, and we were even supposed to record a podcast episode before you left, so we wouldn't be one behind.
Yeah.
But you had to pack up your computer well in advance.
Yeah.
Because that's being sent here on a boat.
On a boat?
Yeah. We'll see it hopefully in 2 months. Yeah, I think that's how that works.
All of my shit is getting on a boat right now.
Yeah, that's what that $2,000 service is that they put it on a boat and hopefully you'll see it in 2 months. That's really what we paid for.
2 months is like the good estimate.
That's the minimum, right?
Yeah.
That's that if you're lucky amount of time. Mm-hmm. So now you're stuffless. Mm-hmm. You're all allergic to cats.
Yeah.
But you're here with me and you're podcasting in bed.
Woohoo!
I'm so excited. Yeah. I'm kind of excited to how this podcast episode's going to sound, too.
What if it sounded like shit?
I'm expecting it to.
Oh.
I'm fully expecting this to sound not good. But hopefully it sounds okay. And if it sounds anywhere near listenable, what are you looking at? Sorry, what are you looking at?
The recorder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at like 12-ish minutes.
Cool.
Yeah. Pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah.
So don't touch it, though.
Okay,
I won't. Don't touch anything on it. And don't kick it.
Okay.
And don't be near it. Don't have your tea on it.
It looks so kickable.
It is.
Yeah.
It's got those handles on it where you could like lift it up and then just punt it.
Lift it up and like snap it over someone's head, backyard wrestling style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna hit you over the back like people hit each other with like chairs.
The podcast just ends here. Clack. It's just nothing. I somehow salvaged this recording up until this point.
I don't know what to do anymore now that we're in the same physical space. So the only thing I can come up with is, I guess, backyard wrestling.
I constantly want to tackle you to the ground.
I know.
And not in like a cute way.
No, not in a sexy way. Just like, I want to rugby tackle you.
Like in a football way. Or I guess in a
rugby way.
I guess, yeah. That's what I meant. Sorry, what did I say? I meant a rugby way. We got to get into the show.
Okay.
This is an advice podcast where we spend our time once a very little week and try our hardest to answer your little pickles, your predicaments, your kosher conundrums, if you will.
Yeah.
And we get emails on the show. Our email is
allthespaceInbetween@gmail.com.
Send us an email sometime of any problem that you might have or anything that you just might want to tell us, and we'll talk about it on the show. We really try to give advice when we can, and then really don't when we're not supposed to. So we didn't really discuss what we're going to discuss on the show.
No.
We kind of just figured we wouldn't get to much.
Yeah.
But we do have a couple emails.
Yeah.
One of them's fun. One of them's long. Yeah. And it isn't fun.
That's always a good adjective. Long.
But we can give, I've heard it a lot, we can give actual, I don't like you seeing my tabs on my iPad, sorry. There's a picture of me in a bandana. One of those.
I know, I just saw it.
I don't like that.
You know, and we're putting it right in the show.
Nope, we're not. No, we're not putting it there.
I don't have the power of clicking.
I'm not taking these things away. Have you noticed that? I've clicked twice now and not took anything away.
They're just like stacking up on top of each other.
Yes, no, they've just gone away at the perfect time on their own on our YouTube channel. Or you can go to allspaceinbetween.com and check out anything we're talking about on the show. Mm-hmm. But we have an email here I'd like to read to you.
To me.
And it says, Billie is back.
Woohoo!
And it says, and I'm so sorry I have to read this, Oi, mates. I was having me din-dins when I read your tweet, and I was cheddared.
Oh.
Gordon Bennett, this needs to be celebrated. So I made a pongy little thing for ya, attached below. Last time, it had a very little... Yeah, this is a little hard for me to read. Last time, this had very little... Let me start that again. Last time it had very little Billie in it, notes taken, so I made it all... I might start this over. I literally just put my iPad down. I put my iPad down.
Yeah.
And I looked at you and I said, I might give up on this one. I'm going to give it one more go. Okay?
I believe in you.
It says, Oi, mates.
All right. Good start.
I was having me din-dins when I read your tweet and I was cheddared. Gordon Bennett, this needs to be celebrated. So I made a paunchy little thing for you attached below. Last time it had very little Billie in it, notes taken. So I made an all Billie this time. I wish both of you the best in life. Keep scranning at our posh nosh pickles at your ease. P.S. I was practicing my British slang this whole email. Sorry, Mitch. In case y'all decide to hit the blue, I'm right here. Love, love, love. This person's name. I don't know what any of this means.
Well, here's the thing. Neither do I.
Yeah, I figured that. I figured they just Googled like British slang and they're just reading words equivalent to like groovy to you.
Even older, that like they were like they've picked up a book of British slang from like the era of Charles Dickens. I think.
Yeah. That's definitely it. That's actually for sure it.
I don't know what pongy is. I don't know what that means.
I don't even know what it means to hit the blue, but I think they want a shout out on their Instagram.
I don't know.
I'm doing it anyway. Their Instagram is Decibel Duke. What the fuck? Did I read that right?
Yeah.
Decibel Duke, one word.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Oh.
DECIBALDUKE.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that they attached,
yeah,
they made us a song a while back. It had some scatting. It had some good shit in it.
I think it was for our 100th episode.
I think it was for our 100th episode.
Uh-huh.
A celebratory song.
Yeah.
And this person knocked it out of the park. They nailed it, and we loved it. And apparently, they made another one, and it goes like this.
Oh, my God.
Mom! Mom! Billie is back in America! Billie who? From all the space in between. Welcome home.
Welcome home, indeed. Can we get a round of applause for all the... You know, I keep wanting to do the round of applause, but I can't clap along with it because we're holding our microphones in one hand.
I guess you'll just have to slap my ass.
There we go.
In time with the beat.
Let's try it. Go on. Whip that thing out.
I'm afraid.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
That was incredible.
That was so fucking funny.
That was better than the first one.
It was so
and let me
good.
tell you, I barely remember the first one. But I do remember that scatting. That scatting's very on beat.
In it. Yeah, they some great scatting skills.
It was good.
That was amazing.
I can't believe you're here.
Their mom didn't give a fuck.
No, well, whose mom would?
Mine.
Yours and mine.
Yours, maybe. Yeah.
Mine's been calling nonstop for a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry, Mom. I have not picked up a call.
No one can phone us during the first week. Okay?
I'm just going to say 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah.
Been a year and a half.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're lucky we're doing this podcast
Our
at all right
mouths
now.
are otherwise engaged. We don't have time to talk on the phone.
Stop it.
Kissing.
Oh.
Is what we've been doing.
I think I meant eating all the lunch that I made. That's fine.
That was good lunch.
It was a good lunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We do have one other question.
Yeah.
But it's long. Do you want to just like get to it in a minute?
Okay.
One of the actually no, we had a short one we can throw in there. See, this is what I love about the off the cuff sitting on the bed type episode.
Yeah.
You don't know what's gonna happen. Next. There we go. We had a question there that we starred.
We did.
That had a question only to you about like what you like about being here.
Pull it up.
On my iPad?
Yeah.
Pictures of me in a bandana on here. I don't want you to see that shit. Also, for some reason, one of these tabs is just the Jelly Beans official website. That's the last time I looked at that. Is it this one? There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it, and I'll just edit it.
You want me to read it?
Fine, I'll read it. Why? Why? Because it's at you?
Yeah.
It's directed to you? Sorry. It's making lunch wasn't enough. This one is just called The Motherland. Mm-hmm. And it says, "Hi, Billy. Sorry, Mitch. Welcome home. Please tell me the best part of being back in the United, in quotes, States that isn't related to Mitch / the podcast. Yeet."
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing is Mitch.
Hey.
And then to a lesser extent, the podcast.
The podcast,
And then to a lesser extent, our baby, the podcast.
Especially your first week here.
My first week, I've not done anything except smooch. Yeah, and just be here. Also,
and what's better than that?
What's better than that? But to be fair, also, the first 2 days, no smooching even.
Nope. No, we had to wait for that COVID.
We were being very, very safe.
Yeah, we were being very safe.
Yeah.
Extremely safe.
And waited like an amount of time before I took a COVID test. Got the all clear after being through some stinky international airports. So the first 2 days I was just kind of like quarantined downstairs on the couch. And then since then, we've just been hanging out.
We're still hanging out.
Yeah.
Even then, a lot. But we were just like sleeping in separate areas and making sure our mouths didn't touch.
Yeah.
And it was fine. And it was good.
Yeah.
And you're all clear.
Yes.
So I guess conceptually, what do you think your favorite part about being here in the United States is that doesn't have to do with me or the podcast, but you are now not just visiting, but living here?
That's weird.
Does it feel different?
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet, right? It still feels like you're visiting.
Yeah.
I'm kind of anticipating.
Yeah.
You fucking go home at some point, you know?
Yeah, every other time I've been here, there's just been this like sand timer in the back of our minds, you know?
Always. It's always just like, okay, so we're 1 week. That was a great week, but it's soon by. And now we only have this many. So after the first month, that's a third of the way.
And we got to make sure that we get like this project done in that time, but then like not too close to the end, because in the end we just want to spend time with each other. And
right.
Blah, 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 like, you know, and it's like always there in the back of our mind. And this is the first time that I do not have to do that.
Yeah.
Which is wacky.
It's strange for sure.
But I
like the feeling though.
I think it will feel much more like I live here when my shit gets here off the very, very slow boat.
And we set up like a whole office room for you and stuff, and get a computer set up in your
because I shipped over like all my photography stuff, my all my work stuff, blah blah blah, all my books, and I think it will feel much more like I am living here
when your shit's here.
Yeah, when I got all my stuff. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Yeah, because currently, like, you are working, you're getting stuff done. You're just using my computer to do it.
Yeah.
And it's just not the same because you have me over your shoulder being like, "Don't click that. Oh my god, don't open that file. What are you doing on Chrome? You're typing too slowly. Like, just type. You know."
Well, it's hard on this all blank keyboard.
Even I don't want to know what I type. That's how filthy it gets on there. Even I want to not be in the know. Yeah, when all your shit's here, I think that'll feel a lot better.
Yeah. I don't really know what because here's the thing, it's like a lot of people move to America to like live in America. It's like I'm moving to America so that I can be with you. That's the point. Right,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm not against leaving California even. Like, you know, we dream, fantasize, and talk filthy about like going, you know? Just living in another state.
Yeah.
Putting our money there in a house that isn't in Southern California, the most expensive place.
Yeah.
So yeah, about being here in general, can I just name off some stuff?
Yeah.
That I think?
That you think is cool?
You'll be near LA.
Yeah. Why is that good?
Some shooting opportunities, I'm assuming.
That's really the only thing that I was thinking is that
work related things.
I would like to. I've kind of been, if you've been following me on Instagram, you'll notice a lot of my work has been shifting back into portraiture again after I took pretty long hiatus from it because the whole COVID shit. I was like, okay, guess I'll do something else. But I really miss taking pictures of people. And I've been getting back into that a lot more lately, and I think that there is a lot of really, really good opportunities for collaboration and for shooting people. And
if you like people,
blah blah blah.
LA
over here,
the population is enormous.
Yeah,
there's so many people.
There's a lot of them.
Way bigger than San Diego even.
Yeah, and from a real practical standpoint, the light's better here.
I was also going to say, like, what about just while you're here taking advantage of the beautiful California weather?
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
It is nice, yeah.
Like, all year round, you know? It gets chilly. It gets nippy at night.
Your winter time is just like our autumn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, as bad as it gets here, it's still not that bad.
No, it's
And the
beautiful
sun
sunny
still
other
comes
day.
out like all the time.
Yeah.
And you can just rest in it in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And lay in it. Put your feet in it.
Yeah, and it doesn't get dark at like fucking 3 p.m.,
Right.
which is nice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good here.
It is good. Yeah.
The food. You're eating well here.
God, I mean, but that's related to you because you're making me amazing food.
Okay, but even if you weren't, it's like really good Mexican food here.
That's true.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Mexico, you cannot get that in London.
No.
Specifically, you couldn't even really get it in LA, but in San Diego in particular,
Yeah.
it's really good Mexican food here.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, we're not having any of it because who needs it? I made you lunch. I made you vegan mac and cheese.
You've been making me amazing meals every single day.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've switched into just be like I was a lazy piece of shit while you were gone. Like there were so many plates on the bed. The bed is too big,
Yeah.
so I would just start fall into the habit of having dinner on it, and then I just like push the plates to the side of the bed. There would be like 6 plates on the bed at a time, and then I would only carry like 3 down at a time to clean.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ever carry them all down.
Yeah.
And so there was always some on the bed, and then it would get too much. Sometimes I'd be talking to someone on the phone, and I'd be having dinner. I would just be eating, and it'd be like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
and I'd be having my dinner. And I'm talking to Brooke,
Yeah.
and we're and I'm eating, and then I'm like, that was good, and then I put it down, and she'll hear plates hit like
Other plates.
plates hit other plates. Yeah,
Like it sounds like you're putting it into
in
a
the
sink.
Yeah,
But it's just your
on
bed.
my bed, and she'll freak out and just be like, "Was that a plate hitting other plates?" Yeah.
Right, because Brooke doesn't even eat on her bed at all.
No.
Period.
Too afraid of
one,
ants.
one of those good people, those good, well-behaved people. So I'm sure to them, the idea is
How
piles of plates.
we haven't had dinner on the bed since you've been here, though.
No, we haven't.
I've
actually.
had late night food on the bed. since you've been here,
snuck
but-
a little burrito.
Mhm.
Yeah, some late night dates,
Mm,
late dates as we like to call them.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's been good.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, yeah, I truly am the best part of this nation. Does that answer your question? It's all about me. Me!
Yeah, but all the things I like about being here are like I like cooking food with you and the stuff that you make me, and
too.
I like doing work with you. Aoife, we've surprisingly, although we're like joking about like the first 2 weeks off the table, don't fucking talk to us.
We've been so
We're
productive.
fucking and sucking and smooching and pooching.
All
We've
of-
been doing so much work.
We've been getting
Yeah.
so much work done
We've
while you're
been
here.
so productive. I feel like we've been more productive this week than like us individually have been in the last 2 months.
Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely. And don't get me wrong, we are suck fucking smooching. But those little pockets in between, that terrifying refractory period, is spent working on like shit we got to get done, and we're knocking it out of the park. We're really doing good.
It's true. It is true.
So that part rules. I was actually going to talk about that a little bit. You,
Yeah.
being here, I thought we were going to like completely disappear and not get any work done or do whatever, and we pretty quickly started to get into work. It was like a few days where we're just like fucked off.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're like, oh, we got to be productive because we still have to make money.
Yeah.
And-
Also, it's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
It is fun to work with you, to be with you,
Yeah.
to spend this time with you before you go home.
I'm not going home.
Don't say that to me.
I've got to keep on expressing that. I'm not going home.
I get that. I know that.
Okay.
I'm saying it to myself to not scare myself.
Okay.
It's
Alright.
terrifying to have
Yeah.
you here.
Okay.
Even that whole like couch shit that we were doing,
Yeah.
that felt right.
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
It felt like maybe there's an extra room here
Okay.
for your office.
Yeah.
Put a bed in it.
All right. You can sleep in it.
Okay. That's totally fine with me. It's an enormous room. Full of there's a computer in there. And me and my blank keyboard. I don't need you.
No.
Let me just
Let me.
this next sound will represent how I feel about you being here.
Oh Jesus.
Pick the number.
Between what and what?
Let's say between 80 and 99.
88.
88 is what I was going to say, so we
my
know it's
God.
accurate. Aww. That is how I feel about you being here.
That's cute. That's
It is.
That's a
It's
really
very
nice
good.
one. Yeah.
How about this? A little question for myself.
Okay.
What's Mitch's favorite part about Billy being in the country?
What is it?
does have to do with Billie. Not that
Okay.
doesn't have to do with you. That'd be weird.
What would that even mean?
It couldn't mean anything. I'm showering more. But even that has to do with you.
Yeah.
So let's see. Productive. We already said that.
Yeah.
I love the productiveness of it all. Mm-hmm. The regular eating.
That's nice.
The more regular, like I'm not having a meal at 3 a.m.
No.
That's awesome for me.
That's cool.
That
Yeah.
seriously rules for me.
Yeah.
I'm just much more not only productive with work, but like I feel the need to take care of you. You know, because this is the thing that I was saying earlier. I was a lazy just pile of shit.
Yeah.
While you were gone, plates on the bed, everything.
You really turned into like proper bachelor mode.
Not even bachelor, like because a bachelor implies that I would like, I don't know, that I'm trying to fuck. I wasn't trying, like.
I don't think so.
You think so?
I think bachelor's just kind of like living the life of a single scummy man.
I guess you're right. Yeah, like a
Eating-
bachelor pad is kind of.
eating noodles.
But isn't a bachelor pad sometimes kind of nice?
Sometimes.
It's for fucking.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, there
I
was
don't know.
plates on the bed and one of them molded. But that's a story for another time. Now that you're here, I feel very comfortable. I have like a lot more energy. I'm like really focusing on like you being jet lagged. So I would like to do all the cooking. And I'd like to wrap you in a blanket. I'd like to watch stuff in the living room. And if you get sleepy there, I'd like to take the sheets that we just washed out of the dryer and make the bed while you're still asleep. And then I wake you up and say, hey, the bed's made. Let's go to the bed. And then I put you to bed. And I'm just like taking care of you is an extension of taking care of myself.
That's
you know?
really sweet.
So eating more, being more energetic, and taking care of the things around me that include you more, I directly benefit from that.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite parts thus far.
That's very, very sweet and cute.
That and I guess the suck sessions.
Stop.
The fuck sesh. The tie me to a strap.
Oh my
and
god.
Strap me to a post. And post me on the web. Probably that.
Post me on the web.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We're about a half hour deep. We need to get to that long one.
Okay.
But I need you to read it because
can
there's
read
no
it.
way that I could.
I can read it.
You just click and don't click any of the tabs. Okay, but only click there.
Don't click on my Jelly Bean website tab for the official Jelly Bean company.
I'm entering a contest, yeah.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This one is called I Just Want a Career I'm Passionate About. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it goes like this. Dear Billy and Mitch, hi, how are you guys doing? I'm writing in on this lovely Sunday with a pickle that's been bothering me for a long time now. Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted being a musician to end up being my career. When I was young, I dedicated so much time to music, and it was my passion in life. I spent every single day making music, practicing, writing, etc. But as I got older, I started to realize how difficult it is to make it in the music business. It was in high school when I finally realized that it might not be so easy to make money being a musician to live a comfortable life. That's when I considered being a graphic designer as a career. It was really exciting for me to find a career that I felt like I would really enjoy and that I could potentially make good money from. I studied graphic design in high school and just graduated with my bachelor's degree in graphic design. During all this time while I was in school, music was still a huge part of my life. I had a band in high school, I wrote several albums for my solo project, and had another band while I was in college. Music has always been the thing I was most passionate about, and while I was in high school and then in college and working a part-time job, I was still able to balance music with my schooling and work. However, now I've graduated college and got my first full-time graphic design job, and it's been incredibly difficult to balance music and my work. I've written in about my job previously, and as I'm sure you guys have collected, it's not exactly a job I'm passionate about. I'd love to say graphic design is my passion, but I'm currently working a job that hardly feels like graphic design, and as I've been searching for a better graphic design job, I've been having a lot of doubts in my ability as a designer. I applied to so many jobs, and I feel like my portfolio simply isn't good enough for most of the jobs I've tried to apply to. I've been trying to spend time working on making it better, but it's also very hard for me to balance that with my full-time job. I feel like I'm stuck in a job that I'm not passionate about, and even when I'm not at work, I hardly have time to focus on the things that I actually am passionate about. I know that having a career in music would be something that I would enjoy so much and that I would be extremely passionate about, but Mitch is always saying how difficult it is to make it in music if you don't dedicate a large amount of time and effort to it. I haven't been able to dedicate hardly any time to it since I've gotten this job, and I've been trying to finish an album for the last several months but haven't got very far, and I just wish I had more time to work on it. So, with all of this said, I guess my question is just, should I keep working at this job I'm not passionate about, where I'm getting underpaid and takes up all of my time that I'd rather be spending working on music? Or should I try finding a job that's less hours but pays a higher hourly wage so I'm still making money but have more time to focus on music? Or should I say fuck it and DoorDash or something, where I can choose my hours so I can designate as much time as I want but risk making less money and hardly scraping by? I'm specifically coming to you both for advice about this because of the fact you both have careers in art, and I would love to be at a point in my life where music can be my career, but I'm not sure if I can make it to that point, or what steps I should take to move in that direction. Thank you so much if you've read this, and I'm sorry that it's so long. P.S. I just want to tell you guys how much the podcast means to me. Every day on my way to work I listen, and it makes my morning start off in a positive way. You guys never fail to make me laugh, and I love hearing your art-related advice. Thank you for taking the time to record episodes every week.
Okay, so just like one more time, but with more passion.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry, I felt that like right after like the second sentence.
Okay.
We're going to have to run this
You couldn't
back.
have jumped in then.
I didn't want to interrupt. It would be rude.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
okay.
Read it with more oomph next time. Yeah, so
More
grab,
pizzazz.
grab the iPad. You're not grabbing
More
it.
I gave that plenty of pizzazz.
And a very interesting question. That's why I want to get to it on the show, and we can dedicate just like the last. What? Oh shit! Our time's up. Fuck. Sorry, that question was long.
Sorry, reading that question actually took up the rest of the episode.
And to hear our answer, you're gonna have to listen
Tune
next
in
week.
next week.
Yeah.
A cliffhanger.
So, can you give cliff notes?
Cliff notes of this question? Yeah.
Like the important bits?
Yeah. So, this person is a musician and a graphic designer.
Yeah.
Their current job is a graphic design job that they don't really like and isn't paying them very well.
Right.
And leaves them no time to do music. So clearly that's the worst situation you can be in.
Of course it is.
And they're asking if they should try finding another job that with less hours but a higher hourly rate that leaves them with more time, or they should just try doing some, like, you know, they should try and find a higher paying graphic design job, or they should just say fuck it and do something completely unrelated like DoorDash, where they can work when they want and as much as they want, so they can work on music
with even more time.
Yeah, but potentially barely make any money.
And any money just scraping by, right?
Yeah.
So before we touch up on that, they were saying that when they were younger, they dedicated all this time to music. You know, they were just practicing, wanted to do music a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I thought that already meant like college, you know?
Yeah, when I was young.
Yeah.
To us means like when I was like 18 or so. Yeah.
And then they were like, by the time I reached high school, I realized that this dream
My
is a
dream
sham.
died.
Exactly.
What the
By
fuck?
the time I reached high school, I started realizing that the music industry is fucked and I can't make any money. The music industry, there's no way you could have come close to grasping it in high school. And by the time that you would have exited high school, it would have changed so much that anything you would have learned back then would be irrelevant. It's always changing.
That's true.
And it's not always a dead end. It's bad, yes. And traditionally, the music industry and bigger labels and all of that it's a scam. It's not even really a scam. Like they're tricking you in particular. It's just not what you think it is. You know?
Yeah.
But again, it's not that you can't do it. Lots of people do it.
Yeah.
In many, many different ways. You know, there are many ways to make money off of music, and we can get into that in a second or another time. Who cares?
Yeah.
But of those three options, right?
Yeah.
Those three options being, what was it? Do I just continue working this job I don't like and have barely any time for music, or Should I
It's like,
look for...
obviously not. That shouldn't
Obviously
be an
not.
option.
Uh-huh.
You're like, should I just continue being unhappy and miserable? No.
No, you shouldn't. And I love that this. I love that the second option is: should I look for a higher paying job with less hours? In any situation, yeah.
Yeah, the answer to that question is always yes.
always
Everyone,
yeah.
the ideal thing is always to work less and get paid more.
Work less and get paid more. But I mean, that isn't always true. If the first option is like, well, God damn it, I love my job so much. I just love what I do. You know?
That's true. That's true.
You don't love what you do.
Currently, no.
Currently, you don't like your graphic design job, and you question whether or not if it's what you even want to do. Mm-hmm. So you're wasting a ton of time there, a ton of energy there. You know, time is super, super valuable.
Yeah.
And so in this situation, no matter what, at least go for the second one. Mm-hmm. At least go for like looking around for a higher paying job with less hours. Like that's, what are you kidding? That's
Yeah.
compared to the job you don't like. Of course, that's the, do that.
Yeah.
Of course, do that. I don't even mind the third option. Grind at the gig economy, be a part of it, drive for Uber, do DoorDash, do whatever, work your own hours. I have many friends that do that.
Yeah.
Many of them as like their main gig, and they go to school, you know, or they're pursuing this other thing, or they make enough to pay rent. You know, they don't have the big savings accounts, but they make enough to pay rent. And I think that at this age, in your 20s, scraping by is like pretty good.
Yeah, because this person's just out of doing their bachelor's, so I'm assuming they're around like 21-ish, probably. Yeah.
That's so young.
That's when most people are finished, I think. 2021.
I don't know.
Yeah, scraping by is definitely something to be proud of, even. Like, I don't know. Another point is that this person emailed being like, I wanted to ask both of you because you both like have a career in the arts, blah blah blah. I would like to preface, like, I always like to make this qualifier, like, I wouldn't say what I have is a career in the arts. My only source of income is my art, yes, but it's not enough to live on. So
depending
there's that.
on where you stay, yeah. I mean, you could also say, like, if you move to a different part of the country, either of our countries, you lived in the middle of nowhere, or you lived a place that isn't fucking London or Southern California, the two most expensive places ever. Like,
then I could just scrape by.
I think you could do more than just scrape by. There are people who make a lot less than you that scrape by, and yeah, we work.
But
jobs.
you gotta bear in mind that the number on my Patreon, that
I know that
that's not the amount of money that I make.
I know that. I know
Okay,
what
just
what a
checking.
profit margin
I'm
is.
just
I'm
checking.
gonna pinch you.
Yeah. But I want to make sure other people know that as well.
Of course, yeah.
I make about half of that.
Yeah, because a lot of that goes towards, like, you know, the material and the all the stuff it takes to make that happen.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think you could still do it, but you're still a ways off from where you would prefer to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is good, you know, and the I've been kind of killing it with flat sound.
Yeah.
These past however long. But I didn't start. What, this person's like, what, you say 21, 22?
Ish.
I wasn't living
would
off my
assume.
shit then.
No.
I was not living off flat sound then.
No.
I was not close. But what I did have was an okay following. And I started to monetize that.
Yeah.
I started to really say, like, okay, like, but it was a lot of years of working before then.
Yeah.
That led up to me actually
making money off
making
of it.
like a good bit of money at least. Yeah, I was always scraping by and having, but like it wasn't until I really started hustling merchandise with a following that I already had. I think the step one is like building the following. You know, like you never want to just go, because I started to do merch and it started to make me money. People don't understand that I had the following first.
Yeah.
You need the following first. You don't just start to sell merch to your friends. That doesn't do anything. You know, or to the few people, you know, like that come to your show. You can do that, and maybe you even should do that. You just shouldn't focus on it so much. You got to focus on the art, and you got to make it consistently. So if this is what you really want to do, yeah, the art has to come first. The art has to be like your number one priority. So I would pick either the gig economy type of driving, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Postmates,
Yeah.
or any other sponsor of the show. That would allow you that, or at very least, the higher paying job with less hours.
I mean, if you can find one of those, fucking
If you could find one, jump at it.
for sure, for sure. My brother is someone who is currently working kind of gig economy type jobs. Because he wants to concentrate most of his time on his creative stuff, which is writing. He is writing a trilogy of novels.
Okay.
Which takes up a lot of time.
Yes.
And he's just like he was writing for in London. Most of our delivery people are cyclists, so it's just like a cycle courier for food and for whatever.
What's that called? Hungaroo or something?
Deliveroo.
Deliveroo.
But
that was it.
also Uber Eats over there is
Okay,
mostly bicycles. Yeah. But he's actually working for like an all vegan delivery company now, which
Whoa.
is funny that exists.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait. So they only pick up from like vegan shops?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. But my brother's such like a vegan activist that he was like, I feel bad delivering people KFC.
I don't want to carry that chicken.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. So yeah.
That's so funny.
He works for an all vegan delivery company now. But yeah, he just hustles and rides like as many days as he needs to kind of pay the rent, and then spends all the rest of his time on his creative endeavors, you know?
Cool.
But I will say, with the caveat, that is good if you can do it. If you're that kind of person who's got that personality, who's just like, no, I can be very strict with myself and I will make myself work enough hours.
Right.
And also have the physical capacity to kind of push myself to do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people, the gig economy is not useful to them. Like if you've got any kind of disability or you get flare-ups or anything like that, you know, that I don't know what this person's situation is. Like, you got to realistically look at whether you'll be able to make yourself do that.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, having a stable job is nice. Like one that you actually get a wage at the end of the month and you know what it's going to be. So that depends on you as a person. I think which one of those would be better.
So if you're able to do that, consider it. But I think we're both leaning more toward option 2. Higher paying job, less hours, gives you more time for your music.
Of course.
Pursue that.
But those are hard to find.
Yeah. Of course they're hard to find.
Yeah. I mean, I know nothing about the graphic design work landscape.
No, I guess I don't either.
Yeah.
How do you land a job like that?
I have no idea.
It's funny that's even an option. Should I work less and get paid more? I don't know. Maybe.
How do I?
You gotta unlock it.
How do I work an iPad?
There we go. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't click over.
Don't
It
click
looked like
on-
you were gonna go to my photos and start scrolling up.
Don't click my beans tab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where was the bit of this email I was gonna look up? Ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh yeah, they say, I know having a career in music would be something I would enjoy so much and would be extremely passionate about, but Mitchell is always saying how difficult that is. And yeah, I don't know. You said that you might have some tips on doing music stuff, because if that's their main goal, then I don't know. How do you make some moves in being a musician person?
In all content creation online, it has to be consistency. Consistency.
Yeah.
Put out stuff often. It doesn't have to be your best work. And I do mean that. It doesn't have to be your best work.
Yeah.
But you will get better at it the more you say, this poem is done. I'm posting it. This song is done. I'm posting it. It's your thing. It doesn't have to make it to the album or the book or the zine or anything like that. But post it.
That's
share
very true.
it. Outside of the people that are your friends, share it. Because the first 100 times you share it, it's gonna fucking go nowhere. And that's what people... count how many times you've done it. You know? Like the person, really, you know, the person who is just like, I've tried, but it feels like nobody cares. Yeah, you've only posted 15 things. And I know for you, it's like, that's my 15th song.
Yeah.
Fuck, and people still don't care. Dude, I was on way more than 15 before people started caring, you know? I remember and I remember the song it was in particular. It was a little song I wrote called oh fuck, I just was bragging about how I knew it. It was called Everything We Saw That Day and How You Made Me Feel.
Oh yeah.
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 And I wrote it, and I remember just being on Tumblr that this was you know, this is a decade ago at this point.
Yeah.
But I remember just being on Tumblr and kind of posting on my blog and just being like, hey, I'm going to try and write and record a song today. Just from nothing. I'm going to write and record a song tonight. And I'll have, and the few people that gave a shit, you know, 2 or 3 people
Yeah.
were just like, oh, do it. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I did it. And I wrote that song and I posted it. And I was floored. I was blown away. I was like, this has 40 notes. People are just reblogging it. Like,
Yeah.
this is 40 notes. Holy shit. And that was like the fucking 100th song I've written. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I was doing it all of the time,
Yeah.
consistently. And people don't do that.
Every time that you post something, and again, like Mitch said, it doesn't have to be the thing that goes on the album or makes it into the zine or the publication or the final thing, but just showing that you're constantly doing things. Every time you post something, it's just like another thing at the wall being like, maybe fucking someone will like this.
Maybe someone will see it. You
Yeah.
earn your fans one at a time. I still do.
Truly. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll just earn a fan by like answering an Instagram DM in a, you know, in a nice and polite and helpful way. You know, when a person's like, oh, I still love it. Like,
Yeah.
being this far in my career, I still love it when somebody hits me up on Instagram and they're like, I just found you on Spotify today.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind how good you are. And I'm just like, whoa, thank you. That's so, or I'll see a flat sound tattoo and I'll be like, bro, this is the shit. Like, this is cool. Thank you. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You earn your fans just one at a time, and it takes time. It didn't have to take as long as it took me. I took it super slow.
Yeah.
It could take you half the time it took me, you know?
Yeah.
And you can be, you know, well, like we did the math a long time ago. You could be like, what, 1/6 as relevant as me, and pay your rent.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I think a good shout would be that what's fucking Jesse Cannon's YouTube channel?
Muse Formation.
Muse Formation.
Yeah.
Is a great YouTube channel
It's a great resource.
by Jesse Cannon, who masters Mitch's music.
Oh, just my music. Have you
Well-
not heard of A Senses Fail?
Robert Smith of The Cure.
He just mastered my new shit. I love Jesse.
Jesse's great, and he
Jesse's the
masters
shit.
a lot of people's fucking music. Yeah.
He knows about music.
Yeah, he knows a lot about mastering music, and he also knows quite a bit about like the business of music as
Yes.
well. And he has this channel called Muse Formation where he posts information for people who are kind of trying to do it by themselves,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's kind of what it's geared towards. Is like more DIY
Yes.
type people.
Yeah, Spotify playlists and getting on them and
Yeah.
what not to do and stuff. And it's just this channel that's run only by Jesse.
Yeah.
Out of just the love of sharing his information, just like all of his other fucking podcasts and all the books
Yeah.
he's written and all this info that he gives out, and a lot of it is good.
See, he doesn't need to fucking do that. He makes his money off of mastering.
Yes.
He's just like, fuck it. I'll help people on YouTube for free.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
That's
Thanks.
dope.
Yeah.
That's a really, really dope thing for him to do. And like, I could do with more listening to Jesse too.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I'll often give him notes, and then he comes back with what I told him to do, and then I'll just be like, fuck it, you were right the first time.
I was wrong and I'm so sorry.
That just happened with the album that I just put out.
Yeah.
That's out for patrons right now, by
What,
the way.
the album that you just put up
As
the
of-
early album stream for? It's not officially out
As
yet.
of today, my new EP is officially up for patrons.
Yeah.
So an early album stream for them. So that was mastered by Jesse Cannon.
Yeah.
And he gave me the mix, and I was like, all right. And I was like, this sounds amazing. And then I started to doubt a bunch of stuff in my mix. I started to doubt this, I started to doubt that. And then I come back with notes. I was like, just kiss it. And he was like, that was a kiss. And I was like, just peck it. He's like, okay, here's just a peck. And then and then I was like, okay, this is mostly my mix at this point. I hate it. Jesse, I'm so sorry. Do the first thing again.
Kiss me.
Kiss me on the mouth,
Kiss
Jesse.
me again.
Kiss me with those census fail lips. Mwah. and he did it.
Yeah.
It was dope.
It was. But I remember we were watching one of his videos and he was explaining how, like, okay, you've recorded a song.
Yeah.
Post that song. You've done the song. That's good. Don't let that be the last time you fucking post about it.
Right.
Like, post a live version of it. go live and play it. Like, go live on fucking Facebook or Instagram, or like what TikTok even has that feature now, and play it for people. Make a music video for it. Make a lyric video for it.
Right.
Find excuses to put it out there again, because each time you do that is another chance for someone to be like, oh, okay, I'll check this out, and lead them back to the original song, lead them back to you, you know?
And I feel like a person only needs to, like, if your song is even remotely fucking good, the hard part is getting someone to listen to it, like, earnestly, like, really listen to it, like, 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Because after that,
it's one of their favorite songs.
after that, it's in their fucking head.
Yeah.
I've had, like, how many times have you had just like a dumb fucking TikTok in your head?
Yeah.
Because it just played on repeat a whole bunch, you know? And now you're like, oh, the fucking annoying things in my head. Imagine writing something good
Yeah.
and just having it played for somebody. If they just on their own, or you helped them out by posting the link to it.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the lyric video. Hey, here's the music video. Again, this is a lot of advice I don't take because I came up in a different way. Tumblr's not around. I mean, it is around, but it's not what it was.
It's not as relevant. Yeah.
Right. I was getting people to listen to old Lumina again and again. And then I'd get them to listen to You Said Okay again and again. And then I'd get them to listen to My Heart Goes Bum 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 again and again, because I would reblog my own shit all of the time. Not all of the time. I'd be there, I'd be talking to people, I'd do whatever.
It's got to be broken up with other
stuff. But
stuff.
to fill the gaps, sometimes I'd be like, hey, look at this.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Someone is scrolling, they listen to it. Maybe it's their 5th, 6th time listening to it. Now they want to hear it on their own. You've started that kind of chain, that kind of a thing in their head, and now it's stuck in their head. That can happen with anything, but it will not happen if you just post about it the one time.
Yeah.
You can't even give them a chance. Even my favorite songs in the world today, even songs that I just discovered this year, I really started to love them after the 4th or 5th listen to them.
Yeah.
I really started to get into them. If I just would have stopped after the first one, I'd have stopped. Who cares?
Yeah.
I had to listen to the album again because I was working. I had to listen to the album because it was posted about it. And then now, that song rules to me. You have to give people the opportunity to do that. Post.
Yeah.
Post.
Find excuses to reuse that content again. And not, like, Mitch was saying he would reblog it and stuff. Jesse was saying, like, find different ways to present it to people as well. Both work. But yeah, each time you're posting, you're just throwing another, like, dart at the board, you know, and hoping for a fucking bullseye. You know. Yeah. Just, you just gotta keep at it. And it doesn't have to be, like, I know you're saying, like, oh, I've been trying to finish this album and it's just not coming together and blah blah. You have stuff, you've probably got some tracks from that album. You don't have to wait till the entire album is done, completely all polished off as one thing to then drop it all like a Netflix series.
Right. Especially with an audience so small, it's being wasted. That's another thing that Jesse said, is that the marketing techniques that you would use, the promo, the promotional things that you would do for a release, don't imitate what Drake does. Don't imitate what these larger artists do.
Yeah.
That won't work for you. Just like them imitating what you should do won't work for them.
Yeah.
If you're at a different stage in that career and working with a different audience size, there are specific things that you can do that'll better utilize your audience. Like his example, and I see many of you do this. You have not a very large audience, but you're doing the month-long countdown to your album. That's right. 30 days, 29 days, 28 days. Every post that a person sees is important. That's something they'll either get sick of or scroll past if they don't really like you that much. And if you have a small audience, that's for people with larger audiences, to kind of gather them in one place and get them all hyped and excited for something. If you're at a stage where you'd be lucky if anybody listens to your shit, you better make sure there's something in that tweet that they see where they can listen to it. Yeah. Where they can consume it right then. No large countdown. That's for Drake. That's for the big...
If someone's seeing 20 of your tweets and none of them have the fucking music in it,
they're over it.
Like, people's, like, the real estate on a timeline and people's attention is valuable, and you should use it to put your art there, or put something, or put your personality there, or something. You shouldn't use it for a countdown.
Right. Now more than ever,
that's
especially.
like a wasted use of people's attention.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
If they scrolled past your tweet and there wasn't, and it was like a promo thing, but it didn't have your thing in it, and you don't have a larger audience already, you're not already living off your work, it's a wasted tweet.
Yeah.
You got them to see it and you didn't give them anything.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
So there's many little techniques like that.
Yeah. And you do not have to, you know, wait for all your shit to be finished and then be like, here it is, the finished album. And that's the, you know, drop one track at a time. Drop demos. Drop
demos.
Unfinished versions. Like, yeah, that's a good thing to do. Many people will love a demo. And then when the album finally comes out, they can be like, oh, hell yeah, I get to hear the demo that I loved, the actual version of it. You know? Whereas if you hadn't have got their attention with that demo in the first place, they might never have fucking listened to the album.
Or even liked it.
Yeah.
Because they hadn't spent that time connecting with the demo.
Yeah.
Up until I was recording, like, however many albums ago, like, especially when I was doing I Clung to You and Sleep and all of those songs that are 10 years old now.
Yeah.
I was posting them as I was recording the album.
Yeah.
There were versions out there that are different than the other versions. There are versions that have different endings because I was recording different mixes. Oh, okay. Now I did this and now I did this. And now, you know, the idea of that mortifies me because I have people who are just, I have so many people listening and can compare like a bad mix between a bad something or other, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't want that because I don't want like the bad mixes floating around or anything. But that's a personal thing. Back then, I was posting everything. I was posting anything that I could. Here's the song I wrote today, and that song ended up being To See You Alive. You know? That song ended up being, I think it was Summer or Spring, had like an alternate ending where it wasn't all full band.
Yeah.
I just kind of sang it loudly. And then I added that part, I recorded it later. And then that became the version of the album. And all of those existed on Tumblr at some point, but I was just posting it. Okay, here's a new version of it. I posted it. Here's a new version of it, and I posted it. And don't do it relentlessly. And here's sort of the biggest thing, too. Don't expect people to care. Not right away. You can't expect people to care. You just have to do it in hopes that they'll care. But it's impossible for them to care unless you do it.
That's, yeah. Yes.
So you have to give yourself some shot. And that involves just doing it. And I know these are kind of like vague and big concepts. It's this kind of a do it, but don't care. But hopefully one day they'll care. But it's impossible for them to care
unless
you do it.
Yeah.
And remember, they probably won't care, you know? But hopefully they will.
Yeah.
But there's no way that they will.
The more chances you give someone, the more likely it is all I'm saying. Yeah.
And a lot of you, man, I hear you guys on the fucking open mic. And this is not just something I say in the chat in the Discord. I'm like, you are as good as me.
Yeah.
We're very different ages. I'm starting to fall off and you're on the upswing. That's terrifying for me. Thank God for the audience I had built into the name.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Thank God for the people that support me and will already see. That's the only thing that I have that has like I have that leg up on people is that people like Flat Sound enough already. Enough of them do.
Yeah.
So that when I drop something new, they will listen to it and listen to it and listen to it. And maybe some of them will really like it. I don't have to try to get people to listen to it. I should, and I am continuing to do so. But I already have that built-in audience of people who think, new Flat Sound just dropped. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, this song fucking changed my life. This song is this, because they've already heard it 10 times in that single night. It's already in their heads. And I worked super fucking hard on even the new songs. I worked super fucking hard on those songs.
Yeah.
So that's what I have. The people that don't have that yet, you gotta post. You gotta get people to listen to those songs a few times.
It's not a talent thing. It's not a talent thing because so many of you are so talented.
It's
when
not
we listen
that
to
I'm
the
up
open mics,
here.
we are losing our minds.
We are texting each other in a group chat that's completely not attached to the Discord at all, and we're freaking out at some of you performing in the fucking open mic in the Discord. And I'm not saying this is so good for a blank. This is so good for someone this age. This is so good for a Flat Sound fan. This is good, period. This deserves its own fans, period.
Yeah.
This could have its own fan base, period.
This would be good, and it would have fans if only people heard it.
If only people heard it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a question of like if they would like it. People would like it.
People would like,
Yeah.
we love it.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it really is consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to this question,
Yeah.
of the three options, it's either the second or the third.
It can't be the first.
Cannot be the first. Don't stay in the job that you're not satisfied with.
Mm-hmm.
That gives you no time to be creative towards something that you want to do.
Yeah.
Don't stay there.
No, take our encouragement to try and get out of that situation. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and scraping by, struggle. That's most people my age still.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the human experience. And
Yeah,
if you
no
can
shame in
manage,
scraping.
no, God no.
No.
And if you can manage to scrape by while pursuing your art,
Yeah.
oh, then you should be proud as fuck.
Yeah.
That's so lucky. That's so dope. If you can,
Honestly.
if there's an inkling to even do that, God, what a reason to get up every morning, man. Like
Yeah.
to just continue grinding at your fucking art.
Yeah.
That rules. That's so good.
Mm-hmm.
For me, for a long time, working my ass off with art, and writing songs and hand assembling these little CDs and sending them off to things and doing small runs and having just enough money, barely, to like pay my nothing rent at the time
Yeah.
and pay for food.
Mm-hmm.
That was my dream.
Yeah.
That was my dream. I didn't want it to
course.
get. I couldn't fathom that it would get to the point where I was just taking care of my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Paying rent here.
Mm-hmm.
It's and now still I would love if I got bigger, but staying where I am currently is my biggest goal. How do I stay here? Fuck. It is so comfortable here. This rules, and I'm still an unknown artist to so many.
Yeah.
I'd love to just stay here for a while. That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Where do we put the money so that we can just stay here financially and coast?
Don't ask me.
You're way better with money than me.
And yet I have none.
And yet you have money. I don't know, but your grandmother gave you some money before you left. A birthday card or whatever.
Got grandma money.
Yeah, you're glowing right now with grandma money. I can feel it. Look at you. You're giggling. You're high off it.
Oh my god. Okay. We went over an hour.
We did go over an hour, and we did great.
Oh.
It was awesome podcasting with you on this bed
It was fun.
in this hour, in this nighttime.
It was very cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope I hit record correctly. We didn't do like a test recording of any of this.
Nah, we didn't. Wouldn't that be funny?
We just had that conversation. I'd be like, ugh. Oh, that's real great for us.
Yeah, that's great.
We could have been having sex. And we had that conversation. The fuck is that? What is it? What I was going to do while you're here? Oh, yeah. Pinch.
Ow.
There you go. This has been All the Space in Between. My name's Mitch.
My name is Billy. Thank you for listening to our podcast. I know we took a week off while I was arriving here, but now we are back into the swing of things, and we'll be doing them every single week, possibly from the bed.
Possibly from bed, depending
bed.
on how this...
We'll see.
They hear the recording, and it's just like pure static. Yeah. If it sounded okay.
It sounds like we're coming in through a fucking long distance radio. A
It turns out
walkie-talkie.
just like one of my microphones in my office was on, and I had to just pull the audio from it because we've been holding these microphones up to our faces and hearing nothing.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening. If you have an email that you'd like to send us, we would love to read it. Something about art, something about relationships, just a stupid fucking story. We like all of them. Please send us an email. Our email address is
allthespaceinbetween@gmail.com. And if you like this episode and you think other people might like this episode or any of our other 150 or 40 something episodes that we have recorded thus far, I encourage you, nay, I beg of you, I demand you to point them in our direction. And that's anywhere podcasts are found. That is Spotify,
yeah.
Apple Podcasts,
Yeah.
Deezer,
Oh, yeah.
Tidal.
Okay.
Does Tidal do podcasts?
I have no idea.
And if so, are we on it? I don't know.
If so, are we getting paid?
Is someone via title listening to this right now?
There's no way to know.
Huh.
Beyonce, if you're out there, send
Okay.
us an email.
Hand the phone to Jay-Z and ask him if we could be on the platform. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. The podcast is available everywhere. Just search All the Space in Between wherever podcasts are found. Or you can send them to our very, very convenient website. Our website is
allthespaceinbetween.com.
very good. Very pinch and neat. And some of that. And some of this. Thank you guys so much for listening. We will talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. You can't hit stop. That's funny.